Good afternoon. This is Peggy, and I'm gardening here in Zone 10A, Central Florida. And I just got off of work, and I'm heading into the garden. I'm feeling particularly ambitious today. I'm gonna try and get a project done that I've been talking about doing for the last couple months, at least. Here it is, guys. This bed. Yes, it has my 4 or 5-year-old thyme in it, and it has dandelion plant in it. And look at the level. Do you see this? This has dropped. That's got to be at least 8 inches of soil loss. I have to get this bed filled for fall. Okay, it needs to be refilled for fall, and I have just the soil to fill it with. Okay, do you see this? This bag is going to be emptied in there, and all of the remainder of the bags, I'll probably leave these two because or these 3 rather. Actually, how many do I have here? I have, there are several bags over here. I'll likely leave these bags here because, as you can see, they get a decent amount of afternoon sunlight, and I like the way they make use of this space here. And those bags are all going to be emptied into there. I'm not quite sure, but I think I want to empty these pepper bags into that bed as well. I do grow peppers here, and they do okay, but this space tends to get a little bit crowded in the springtime, and then it makes it difficult to get in here and pick the blackberries. And as you can see, we've got a new flush of blackberries coming, so I want plenty of space in here to maneuver. I'm feeling a little bit claustrophobic lately, and I just want to open up the spaces a bit and stop trying to cram too much in a space. A lot is okay. Too much just starts feeling cumbersome. These bags will also be emptied into that Vigo bed. I'm gonna leave this pot here. I'm gonna leave this bag here. So the idea behind this game is to kind of consolidate and regain a little bit of openness to this space. This dill is gonna go. It's already gone to seed. I'm going to collect this seed, but it's time for this dill to be replaced. I'm revamping yet again for fall this time. I'm so excited about the fall season. I'm gonna attempt to relocate that thyme to this spot. That means this Cosmo has seen its last day. It's gotta go. Cosmos are beautiful, but when they get bushy like this, they just take up space and then they don't bloom. They say this happens because of an overabundance of nutrition in the soil. So they make a whole lot of vegetation but do not feel the need to bloom. It would be magnificent if it did bloom, but it's taken too long. So it's gotta go. Too bad everything doesn't grow so vigorously. No worries. All of the chopped Cosmo will be used as chop and chop, or it will go into the compost bin. All right. Last little bit. Now I'm going to prepare a little space for this thyme. That means the sisu and the Mexican tarragon have to be cut back. Truth be told, this tarragon needed to be harvested anyway. It smells very good. Let's get that away. very happy sisu. This is what happens to a sinking thyme bed when you don't prune deep enough each season. You get this dead undergrowth and green tops. And all of this needs to be gotten rid of. Of course, there's no guarantee that this plant is going to survive this hard prune. That's okay. I've gotten a good 4 or 5 years out of her. So, I'd say I was lucky for that. Let's get her all trimmed back. Oh my goodness. After much back-breaking work, this is what I pulled out. I couldn't even cut off all of this stuff because it's all like tangled in with the new growth. So I can't tell where to cut to make sure this thing survives the transplant. So guess what? She's gonna have to go. I love you. You were great while you lasted. I'm gonna take all of the fresh cuttings I can off of you, and then, I'm sorry, I'm gonna lay you to rest. Goodbye, 4 or 5 year old thyme plant. Thank you so much for your service. Look at that. Is that crazy? I have been so afraid to move this thyme plant again. I've already transplanted it once, and I was afraid to do it again, and it had gotten so much bigger since the last time. Just look at that monstrosity. Time to remove the dandelion. I'm gonna save my raised beds for annuals as opposed to perennials like dandelions. All right, it's time to start refilling this bed. That's more than enough dill seeds for next season. There is a bit of elecampane in this bag. I'm just gonna plant it again if I don't get it all out here. Here she is. Elecampane root is medicinal. I'm gonna try and replant her where the thyme was gonna go. Good morning. Yes, it's the next day. I was so ambitious yesterday, and I actually did get quite a bit done before thunderstorm came. Yeah. I don't mind working through rain. It doesn't bother me much. I can do rain. but where there is thunder, there is lightning. And I don't do lightning, so I scurried back inside, and here I am today, ready to start all over again. First thing I'm gonna start this morning with is getting some stuff out for a friend. She's gonna pick up some of the equipment, the gardening supplies that I'm not using right now, and come over and get it. It's always nice to share with a friend. I'm just kind of looking around to see what has happened out here with the rain. It's actually a very peaceful morning. And look, just like that, a hummingbird. Where'd she go? I am not kidding when I tell you I scurried inside last night. I left everything where it was. Yes, y'all, I left my shovel outside. Look at, I left my peppers. Oh, God. Plumeria is still blooming. Yes, well, squirrel moment. Yes, I left everything outside and ran in because that lightning was not playing. Here we are in this nightmare space. As I was filling that bed yesterday, I decided it's now or never. I'm gonna get rid of this bed now and put the new Vigo bed in its place because I don't want to lose out on the fall crops. And right now, these beds are kind of a mess, and I feel like if I leave them as they are, I'm not gonna have a good fall season. So I'm gonna try and prep for success and do the hard work now as opposed to in the winter as I kind of planned. You know, we can garden all year round here in Central Florida, so any waited time is wasted time. So I'm gonna go ahead and empty out these beds and figure out how I'm getting this new Vigo in here. I'm not even quite sure where to begin, actually. I think I'll just start by moving the bags. Yeah, that always works. Move the bags. Let's move the bags. I am debating over whether or not I want these bags to return to this space. It's just been too hot. Look at that one. There's like no leaves. Ew. All right. Pepper bags moved. What do I have in this bed? I had some dill. I've got leeks in here that are not going anywhere. Zinnias. We have roselle and pigeon pea. I'm not worried about anything except the roselle because it is beautiful. So I don't really want to start from scratch. I think I'm just going to try and dig up that roselle and transplant it. It's all coming out. Roselle doesn't have a whole lot of roots on it. Here it is. I've done about all I can do this morning in this space until I've got the other Vigo beds built. We're gonna go ahead and switch gears now and move to another project in the yard. I'm gonna go ahead and get these buckets filled for a mixture of roselle and cucumbers. Buckets have been filled, soil has been amended, and here are my cucumber seeds. I've got a mixture of Armenian cucumber, alphabet cucumber, serpentine cucumber, and then just a random generic cucumber. I'm gonna put 2 cucumber seeds per bucket, well, 4, just to make sure we increase our chances of germination. My plan is definitely to take the strongest 2 out of the 4 that I'm planting. I'm not really worried about whether or not the varieties are the same or different going in each bucket. I just want cucumbers. I don't care what variety they are, really, as long as they survive. And fruit. Just enough. We cover these up to discourage any feasting when I'm not looking. These are 2 roselle that I sowed in those pots a week ago, and they've sprouted. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop them in their new home. I want them to go here. I want a good harvest of roselle because I want to make sorrel around the holidays, and I like roselle tea. I drink it daily for blood pressure management. I did direct sow seeds in this space, but a lot of it didn't pop up. I think that may be due to the heavy rains we've been getting, just kind of washing everything out. So I decided to start them in a pot outside, and then once they pop up, put them in just as they develop their second set of leaves, the true leaves, which are, that's a true leaf. The other 2 are just the cotyledons. Come back and see the rest of the projects on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed and beautiful day.